Over the past few months, I've noticed many YouTubers talking about why it's important to look poor. Each of them has taken a different approach, but they all share similar views. Now, I'll share my perspective. Some of it agrees with theirs and some doesn't. Society is typically divided into three main classes. First, lower class, poor, income less than $50,000 a year. Basic needs often go unmet. Their needs exceed their income. They are poor and they look poor. Second, middle class. Income between $50,000 and $200,000 a year. Basic needs are met. Luxuries are usually out of reach, but they stretch to afford them. Their spending typically exceeds their income. Many in this class have debt. They try hard to look rich. Third, upper class, rich. Income above $200,000 a year. Both basic needs and luxuries are met. Spending generally matches income. They are rich and they look rich. But here's the thing. These three classes all end up in the same place, the poverty hole. That's why I don't want you stuck in any of them. There's another better class where most of the truly wealthy people are. I call it the rich but average class. And to make it easier to pronounce, let's just call it RA class. This class means being truly rich but looking average. And here are 10 reasons why you should aim to be in this class too. Reason 1, escaping the brand trap. Being in the RA class, 100% you won't fall for the brand trap. Over the years, brands have spent years pushing the idea that buying their products makes you rich. And yes, they've done a good job. Their marketing strategy has succeeded, and now most people buy expensive brands. Not for their quality, but just for the brand name to show off and pretend they're rich. If we look at the truly wealthy, we'll see that most of them don't wear big-name brands. Look at these three people. How much do you think they're worth based on their outfits? Clean, good quality, and well-coordinated outfits. Most of us would guess they make around $200K a year. But actually, the first person, Mark Zuckerberg, has a net worth of $197.9 billion. The second is Steve Jobs, with an equivalent net worth of about $838 million in 2023. Third is Bill Gates, with a net worth of $104.7 billion. They are truly rich, but they look average. They don't see the need to waste money on brands since clothes don't last forever and will eventually need replacing. Instead of buying pricey brands, they get good quality clothes at reasonable prices. Sure, an expensive brand can make you feel good, but you don't need it to do well in your career or your personal life. Avoiding brands doesn't mean you have to look messy or sloppy. You should and you can look clean, sharp, and classy on a budget without needing expensive labels. Reason 2, escaping the social media trap. In today's world, social media is everywhere, and it has become the thing that decides the standards you must meet to be called rich. These standards change quickly and constantly, and most people try hard to keep up. But in the end, no one can keep up or even reach them because they're fake and illogical. People get stuck in a cycle, wasting their physical and mental energy chasing something that isn't real, and they never find true wealth. Over time, social media can push you into the sheep mindset, also called the herd mentality, where you blindly follow trends and copy what influencers show you without rational thinking. This mindset makes you prioritize what others are doing instead of what you really want. It traps you in a cycle of trying to get attention and spending money on things you don't truly need. Being in the RA class, I guarantee you'll avoid falling into the social media trap the same way the wealthiest people do. They don't get caught up in it, and they never will. Reason 3, building real relationships. In the Ray class, you'll build real relationships based on genuine and valuable connections. People will want to connect with you for your knowledge, the way you speak, and your experiences, not because of the money you flaunt. You'll also see others as people, not as dollar signs. In this class, your value is tied to who you truly are, not to how much money you have in the bank. This makes your connections far more meaningful, leading to real opportunities, collaboration, and growth in both your personal and professional life. Reason 4, simplicity. In the raw class, you'll always aim for a life that's just right, a decent life, not little, not much. You'll focus your energy on what really matters, avoiding distractions that waste your time and resources on things that aren't important. Steve Jobs once said, "That's been again one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. When you simplify your lifestyle, you remove unnecessary clutter and avoid the stress of overcomplicating things. This gives you more time, energy, and mental space to focus on things that really matter. You'll create a purposeful life where you can truly thrive. Reason 5, personal satisfaction. In the Ray class, you'll always appreciate what you have because it works well for you. For example, instead of constantly upgrading to the latest iPhone or any other brand, you'll keep your current phone as long as it still works perfectly. You'll also stop comparing yourself to others and feel proud of what you own. True satisfaction comes from knowing that what you have, as long as it suits you, is enough. You'll be living life on your own terms, not anyone else's. Reason 6, you'll never go broke again. According to the Bank of America Institute, this year about 23% of the middle class and 20% of the upper class are living paycheck to paycheck. The poor, on the other hand, are struggling even more, barely able to cover basic needs. This happens because so many people try to look rich, and many in these classes end up drowning in debt just to keep up the rich appearance. Think about lottery winners. In just a second, they jump from the lower or middle class to the upper class, but within a few years, they end up broke. That's exactly what happens to 70% of lottery winners in the US. They can't keep their wealth for long. Imagine two people. One earns $1,000 a month and spends it all on essentials. His income equals his spending, so he's considered poor. Now, think about the second person. Who could be a lottery winner? Or someone who suddenly got rich, earning $300,000 but spending it all on a fancy house, an expensive car, and a luxury lifestyle. His income also equals his spending. So even with all that money, he's still like the first person. He's still considered poor. In this way, over time, the poor get poorer. The middle class eventually slides into the poor class, and even the rich fall to the middle class, or worse, fall back again to the poor class if they don't change their habits. Trying to look rich is actually one of the fastest ways to go broke, but in the RA class. I guarantee you won't go broke again because you'll make smart choices, focusing on assets rather than on increasing liabilities. You won't waste money on things you don't need or truly want. Instead of getting stuck in a paycheck to paycheck cycle or piling up debt, you'll build a solid financial foundation. Reason 7, achieving dreams. We all have dreams that grow with us, whether it's a car, a watch, a house, or something else. These dreams push us to constantly work hard in life to achieve them. The problem with creators who talk about looking poor is that they rarely, if ever, emphasize the importance of actually achieving those dreams. In fact, if you spend your entire life with money, the means, and the chance to achieve your dreams, everything you've always wanted, but you hold back and don't pursue them because you're afraid of losing money, then honestly, it might be better to stay poor and keep dreaming. At least when you're poor, you're free to dream without worrying about every cent. Look, give me your full attention. I don't mean achieving your dreams by spending like the people in the 3 classes I mentioned earlier. That's not what I want to tell you. Instead, being in the RA class lets you achieve your dreams in a rational and strategic way. You won't blow all your money on a dream car or anything else until the cost is only a small fraction of your net worth. Don't worry, by following the RA class approach, this will be possible, and you'll achieve it for sure. This way you can enjoy your dreams without sacrificing your financial security, living a balanced life where achieving your dreams is a natural result of your wealth building strategy. Reason 8, enhancing life quality. Being in the RA class lets you use your money to improve your quality of life. You don't have to live in poor conditions while you have a full bank account. You should and you can enjoy the benefits of your financial discipline. Whether that means upgrading your living space, enjoying meaningful experiences, or other things, money should be a tool to live comfortably, not just a way to accumulate more. In the RA class, you're building wealth, yes, but you're also making sure you live well with a smart and practical approach that works for both. Reason 9, building a solid mindset. Being in the RA class gives you a solid mindset that empowers you to take control of your life. You'll no longer be influenced by by brands, trends, or crowds. You'll be the one who chooses what you truly want, not what others want for you. This ensures that your actions match your true values, allowing you to live life on your own terms, following your own path, and staying unshaken by outside pressures or distractions. You'll choose building wealth over looking wealthy, staying focused with clarity, and making decisions that align with your wealth building goals, ensuring that every step you take leads you closer to true financial freedom. Reason 10, mastering balance. Being in the RA class, you'll master the art of balance in your life between building wealth and building yourself as a person. You'll know how to give every part of your life what it needs, not more, not less, just the right amount. You'll realize that achieving financial freedom comes with creating a life of purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. That's the point, achieving wealth without losing sight of what truly matters. In brief, trying to look rich is what leads many to poverty, even if they're truly wealthy. Once they start focusing on looking rich, they will eventually end up poor. But by embracing the RA class, you'll gain all the tools you need to live a better life in every aspect. You'll be able to sustain your wealth, not just for a short time, but for your entire life. But remember, to truly be wealthy, you must make 17 sacrifices. Check out the video that just popped up on your screen, learn what those sacrifices are, and start applying them today.